The last plea when the chamber doors closed behind the humans. Nobody in the council truly believed the galaxy would ever be the same. Most thought nothing at all would change. But deep inside, a shiver ran through the heart of every alien man. The Great Hall, a sense that something they did not understand was being lost. Admiral John Carter's boots echoed on the polished stone of the Galactic Council as he crossed the immense chamber, flanked by Dr. Lisa Morgan and Captain Nick Barnes. 12 species held seats in the council. The benches were made to suit every kind, some built for beings that slithered, others padded for scales, a few suspended for floating creatures. The human delegation wore dress uniforms, but on this day, their medals felt like empty decorations. They walked together, tired, angry, and carrying the final hope of their people. Carter's face was stone. He gripped his datapad so hard his knuckles went white. Lisa Morgan, thin and hollow-eyed from sleepless nights, scrolled through notes on her research tablet. Captain Barnes, tall and broad, with battle scars mapped across his jaw, wore a pistol. On his hip, not from fear, but from long habit, the chamber was tense. Chairman Zethkar, the council's oldest reptilian ambassador, watched them descend to the central podium. The humans wish to speak, Zethkar announced, voice deep and resonant. You may present your petition. Carter's voice was steady. Chairman, councilors, humanity is facing a catastrophe. The colony of New Denver is dying. A plague has struck millions are at risk. We need council assistance. Medicine, research support, anything. His words echoed, hopeful and desperate. Several counselors looked annoyed. Valara, a black-eyed insectoid, clicked her mandibles. Another human problem. These species always have emergencies. Your systems are not as resilient as ours. You must learn to adapt. Lisa Morgan stepped forward, voice trembling. With respect, this is no ordinary disease. We have proof the plague is artificial. It targets only human DNA. It does not spread to other species. Someone made this to wipe us out. Her words caused a ripple of silence. Zethkar stared down, his eyes narrow. Are you suggesting sabotage? An attack on the council? Lisa held up her pad. We can prove it. We need help before it's too late. Murmurs spread through the council. Most were dismissive. A crystalline life form hummed. Paranoia is a human disease, not ours. A floating jelly creature blinked. Color shifting to show amusement. Carter pressed on, voice rising. We are not asking for special treatment. We are asking for basic decency. For decades, we have served on the front lines of council wars. We have paid every tax, followed every law. Zethkar cut him off. The council will deliberate and inform you of our decision in due time. Carter could feel the walls closing. Chairman, every hour we wait, more die. Valara waved a claw. If humans were more careful, this wouldn't happen. Your colonies are always in crisis. We must not divert resources from more important species. Lisa's hand shook. Are you saying millions should die because we're not important enough? The council voted. The answer was no. Not only would the council refuse to help, but a quarantine was to be placed on all human systems. No one in, no one out, until the plague burned itself away. Captain Barnes clenched his jaw. Carter stared at the insignia on his collar, a badge of unity, now a mark of humiliation. He ripped it off, the metal clattering on the stone floor. His voice was cold. We are leaving. From this day, humanity recognizes no authority of this council. Shock rippled through the room. You cannot leave, Zethkar growled. No species has ever left the council. You are bound by treaty. Barnes took a step forward. Treaties work both ways. You have shown us what we are to you useful. Only when convenient. We are not your servants. We will survive alone. Carter led them from the chamber, each step a hammer blow. As the doors closed, a wave of voices, some mocking, some fearful, rose behind them. Outside, Morgan whispered, they think we'll crawl back. Carter's eyes burned. They have no idea who we are. Exodus and Unity word raced through human space faster than any official news broadcast. Within hours, every colony, outpost, ship, and mining station knew that Earth's representatives had stormed out of the council. The reaction was electric. Some were fearful, others furious, but most were resolute. It was the moment many had dreaded and dreamed of. On Mars, Commander Jake Sullivan watched emergency channels flood with messages. Governors, admirals, and engineers all asked the same thing. What do we do now? Sullivan was calm, his weathered hands steady. He called the first emergency summit of every human leader from Earth. Luna, Ceres, and beyond. Senator Amy Russell addressed the assembly. By secure Hala, the council thinks we'll beg to return. They're wrong. We've always stood together when the world turned against us. We'll do it again. General Alex Thompson, old and hard as stone, finally opened the files marked only in case of council failure. Coordinates for hidden bases, weapon stockpiles, covert shipyards. Orders for silent protocols, communication lines the council never knew about. Captain Barnes, now in orbit over Neptune, coordinated the first Great Fleet. Movement in human history. All ships, all stations, prepare to depart council space. We leave no one behind. This is Operation Free Sky. Move now. Across the stars, the hidden strength of humanity was revealed. Hundreds of ships, many disguised as cargo haulers or survey vessels, began converging. Massive colony ships left asteroids where they'd been quietly building for decades. Science labs powered up deep in the void. Dr. Lisa Morgan, working from her secret lab on Facility 7, led a team racing to finish the cure. Her hands shook with exhaustion, but her mind was razor sharp. We don't need the council. We just need each other. As the council laughed and mocked from afar, the Free Galaxy Alliance was being born in the shadows. Messages arrived from non-human colonies, miners, traders, refugees. If we leave too, will you protect us? They asked. Barnes answered, if you stand for freedom, you're one of us. On Luna, Amy Russell declared independence on every human broadcast channel. We did not ask for this, but we will not run from it. To all species abandoned by the council, join us. There is a better way. A week later, nearly 100 worlds had joined. The council, for the first time in millennia, began to fear. The alliance grows, DR. Morgan's team cracked the code at midnight. The cure, designed, tested, perfected, was loaded onto stealth transports and sent to every infected colony. Human pilots risk council patrols, slipping past blockades, landing in secret, distributing the medicine where it was needed most. Within days, the death toll slowed. Across the Free Galaxy Alliance, hope returned. Children danced in dusty streets. Bells rang in underground bunkers. We did it ourselves, Dr. Morgan whispered as she received a message from New Denver. The fever is gone. Thank you. But it was not just humans celebrating. Mining colonies staffed by insectoid workers, outcast reptilians, and synthetic life forms began voting to join the alliance. For the first time, the future looked wider than one species or planet. Senator Russell became the voice of the new movement. Her broadcasts reached even the council core worlds, inspiring unrest among the ignored and exploited. We will not be divided, not by language, shape, or homeworld. We stand together because we choose to. Back on Nexus Prime, the council struggled. Reports came in shortages of grain, malfunctions in manufacturing plants, rising unrest on half a dozen worlds. Belara snapped her mandibles. How did they hide this much from us? We always thought we were the center. Ambassador Zeth Carr could only hiss in frustration. We need to show strength, punish defectors, cut off trade, but the words rang hollow. Without human farmers, shelves in council worlds went empty. Without human engineers, machinery broke and was slow to repair. The galaxy was learning. Who kept its wheels turning? General Thompson, on the hidden asteroid base Tycho Redoubt, smiled grimly. They wanted us to beg. Instead, we built something new. Council's reckoning. The council called an emergency session. Valara and Zeth. Carr demanded action. Send the fleet. Show these rebels what happens to traitors. A war armada, 50 ships strong, set course for Saturn's Titan shipyards where Jake Sullivan had gathered the bulk of the human defense. Sullivan watched the enemy approach on his screens. Unmoved Dot Council Admiral Varax sent his ultimatum. Return to Council authority. Surrender your ships. Or be destroyed. Sullivan opened the channel. You are in human space. Turn around and leave. We do not want war, but we will defend ourselves. No one dies if you leave now. The Council ships surged forward. Their commanders expected easy victory, but the Free Galaxy fleet moved in ways no alien tactician could predict. Cargo haulers revealed hidden railguns and advanced shields. Mining vessels unleashed jamming fields and countermeasures. Within minutes, the Council fleet found themselves outmaneuvered, their shields pierced. By EMP bursts, their weapons disabled. Human crews boarded crippled ships, offering medkits and food to captured alien officers. The news spread fast across the stars. Billions watched stunned as the Council's armada was brought low without a single loss of life. On the surface of Mars, children cheered as Sullivan's voice rang across every open channel. We are not conquerors. We defend only those who wish to stand with us. Meanwhile, on Nexus Prime, chaos erupted. Food riots, blackouts, and desertions swept through Council space. The myth of Council superiority crumbled in a single day. The Free Galaxy Alliance sent out a new message. All who want a better life come. No judgment, no chains, only hope. A new galactic ordering the aftermath. The Council was unrecognizable. Dozens of former allies defected or asked for new terms. Zethkar, Valara, and the Old Guard convened a desperate meeting. We must negotiate, Zethkar admitted, for the first time sounding afraid. On Earth, Admiral Carter, Dr. Morgan, and Senator Russell debated their response. Some wanted to let the Council fall. Others argued for mercy. In the end, they agreed. The future would be built not on vengeance, but on something greater. Doc Carter sent a message to the Council. We will help you if you treat us as equals. If you respect every world and every person as valuable. If not, you're on your own. The Council accepted. 8 ships flew across the core worlds, led by human engineers, medics, and diplomats. This time, every agreement was signed as equals. Old enemies worked together, new friends were made, and the galaxy began to heal. Years later, historians would look back and say it was not war or politics that changed everything. It was the moment a few brave people stood up and walked away from injustice and showed the universe what unity, creativity, and humanity could achieve. The galaxy would never be the same. The tremor that shook the Council had become a new heartbeat, echoing across the stars, a reminder to never underestimate the quiet power of those who dare to stand together and walk their own path. And